Gotcha. Grab my hand. There you go. I got trash.
It's when we turn in the manuscript. We turn it No, it's more. It's more. It's more.
Probably a Twitter follower. I'll take it. It's hilarious. Maybe go to a glass of wine.
Okay, Mike, that's enough. Yes,
And just slide it over so that it's covering the door. She will be able to. This one. Let me, can you show me?
I'll show you.
No, wait, come on. Can you, sir, can you,
Yeah, I can see the doors, right? And I'm gonna see how many people are gonna be proposed. Where is it?
we're already seeing the back shots.
I can close it, I can shut it, I'm the one who shut it, shooting the shot, I can say that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That came directly.
It's not gonna look right on TV. Now, this thing is not.
Can we turn over a little bit?
That's gonna be the.
boom audio is coming through where?
Two syllables. Not that, it can be
This is all about.
Waiting for Simon Willis to speak here. While they're doing that, I've been going through some of the charges.
They moved this, so it's not the one in the center of the, no, move, they want to move this. Let me know this when this is in the center of the circle. Go ahead, lift up. Is that good? That's right. It doesn't have to, this. Good? That's good, okay? Good. Okay, cool, thanks.
Looking through the whole real-time, as you said, 19 Richard has knowledge but we're looking for what the charges are. Other thing we see a lot of
That's why we can't have
Bonnie Willis here, we're told at 11:20 here, accused to go through this indictment. Again, I'm just going to try to speed through here, really tiny type on my phone. Those are the things that stand out to me this idea. It was criminal enterprise there, and so much of the pressure came on elected officials here in Georgia and nationwide. They were saying that pressure was critical. We're going to continue to track it, of course, to bring it live. On gross wants to move forward.
Yeah, you move back to us.
Yep. Okay, cool. I probably only have a few minutes.
Yes.
That goes from. It keeps sliding, so it's not flat on it.
It's not long enough. No, Julie, you don't have to do that. Oh, it's just this.
Oh, she just wanted to
I
wait.
just wanted to wait.
Is that stable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see real quick. Yes. Yes. I feel like it is. Can you want to double check?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. 100.
What do you need me to do?
Audio check, what you said?
Do you just want me to say,
Just talk in the mic.
Tell us what you had for breakfast.
not telling y'all what I had for breakfast? Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can't lie over here. Mic check. Good? All right.
No, not.
Mic check. Got it.
Thanks for your patience, y'all. We'll be. Next start soon.
On, this narrative of something that's one stall.
Change, now that we've reached this point in the investigation where less is happening.
I know.
Well, I'll give you a couple reasons potentially. I mean, one is that Georgia has that law. The other is the phone law is how that was doing here. It's that is also that first year of seeing those in county. And we did see charges to some of the electors in Michigan. So Georgia is not the first to bring charges against people who participated in that effort to sort of build those electors to national organizing. But as you mentioned, this is one of the first cases. So obviously,
We're told, it's 19. That's right. Just for you. 2-minute warning if possible? Think of that. Roll that around.
Well, I think one thing we should remember is that when it comes to a grand jury, this is just the first people off the top of the list who have gone to jury selection for trial. That's where, there's been some
I probably can, and how soon?
Have to report it now.
Okay, let me try again and work with him. Let me get over there right now. Scott.
So some
One more minute.
I'm gonna go off long nose camera. I'm switching mics. This one. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. Nick.
Thank you for joining us. I'm here with the prosecutors and investigators who have worked diligently on the investigation of criminal attempts to interfere in the administration of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment, charging 19 individuals with violations of Georgia law arising from a criminal conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in this state. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Please remember that everyone charged in this bill of indictment is presumed innocent. Specifically, the indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows, John Cheeseborough, Jeffrey Clark, Jenna Lynn Ellis, Ray Stallings Smith III, Robert David Cheeley, Michael A. Roman, David James Schaefer, Sean Micah Tresher Steele, Stephen Cliffgard Lee, Harrison William Prescott Floyd, Travion C. Cootie, Sydney Catherine Powell, Kathleen Austin Latham, Scott Graham Hall, and Misty Hampton, also known as Emily Misty Hayes. Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act through participation in a criminal enterprise in Fulton County, Georgia, and elsewhere to accomplish the illegal goal of allowing Donald J. Trump to seize the presidential term of office beginning on January 20th, 21. Specifically, the participants in association took various actions in Georgia and elsewhere to block the counting of the votes of the presidential electors, who were certified as the winners of Georgia's 2020 general election. As you examine the indictment, you will see acts that are identified as overt acts and those that are identified as predicate acts, sometimes called acts of racketeering activity. Overt acts are not necessarily crimes under Georgia law in isolation, but are alleged to be acts taken in furtherance of the conspiracy. Many occurred in Georgia, and some occurred in other jurisdictions and are included because the grand jury believes they were part of the illegal effort to overturn the results of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. The acts identified as predicate acts or acts of racketeering activity are crimes that are alleged to have been committed in furtherance of the criminal enterprise. Acts of racketeering activity are also charged as separate counts in the indictment against those who are alleged to have committed them. All elections in our nation are administered by these states, which are given the responsibility of ensuring a fair process and an accurate counting of the votes. That includes elections for presidential electors, Congress, state officials, and local offices. The state's role in this process is essential to the functioning of our democracy. Georgia, like every state, has laws that allow those who believe that results of an election are wrong, whether because of intentional wrongdoing or unintentional error, to challenge those results in our state courts. The indictment alleges that rather than abide by Georgia's legal process for election challenges, the defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result. Subsequent to the indictment, as is the normal process in Georgia law, the grand jury issued arrest warrants for those who are charged. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023. I remind everyone here that an indictment is only a series of allegations based on a grand jury's determination of probable cause to support the charges. It is now the duty of my office to prove these charges in the indictment beyond a reasonable doubt at trial. I would like to take a moment to thank the Superior Court Clerk, Shay Alexander, and her staff for staying late and making sure that this indictment was processed. I would also like to thank the men and women of Sheriff Labatt's office for keeping the courthouse open, but most importantly for keeping us safe over the weeks and months that have led up to this indictment, and for what I know they will continue to do to keep us safe. We also want to thank the Atlanta Police Department and other law enforcement partners who have worked with the sheriff to keep us safe. I will now take a very limited number of questions prior to going to sleep.
I'll go first.
Madam District Attorney.
If you don't mind, Surveyor 11 to 1111. Quick question. Can you clarify in Georgia the mandatory minimum when it comes to RICO charges, whether it's servable by probation or how that might play out?
The RICO charges has time that you have to serve, so it is not a probated sentence.
Madam District Attorney, what's the timetable for the trial?
What is the timetable for the trial?
Yes.
As you know, in this jurisdiction, trials are set by the judges. And so it will be the judge that sets the date of the trial. This office will be submitting a proposed scheduling order within this week. However, that will totally be at the discretion of the judge.
And want to be you're the fourth person, fourth jurisdiction now to indict Donald Trump. Would you be the fourth one to try him, or could you move it up? Do you want to be the first to try him?
I don't have any desire to be first or last. I want to try him and be respectful for our sovereign states. We do want to move this case along, and so we will be asking for a proposed order that occurs a trial date within the next 6 months.
Madam
Have you had
District
any
Attorney,
contact?
there was, earlier today, there was a fictitious document, according to the Fulton County Clerk's Office, that was circulated online with charges against former President Donald Trump. That fictitious document matched exactly the charges that we now see in this indictment. Can you tell us more about that document leak? Because now you have the former president's lawyers who are saying that this is emblematic of a serious problem with your office.
No, I can't tell you anything about what you refer to. What I can tell you is that we had a grand jury here in Fulton County. They deliberated till almost 8 o'clock, if not right after 8 o'clock. An indictment was returned. It was true billed, and you now have an indictment. I am not an expert on clerks' duties or even administrative duties. I wouldn't know how to work that system, and so I'm not going to speculate. Next question.
Have you had any contact with the special counsel about overlap between these cases, and do you intend to try all of these defendants together?
Do I intend to try the 19 defendants in this indictment together? Yes.
And have you had any contact with the special counsel about the overlap between this indictment and the federal indictment?
I'm not going to discuss our investigation at this time. I'm going to take.
What do you make of the arguments made by former President Trump that this is a politically motivated indictment?
I make decisions in this office based on the facts and the law. The law is completely nonpartisan. That's how decisions are made in every case. To date, this office has indicted, since I've been sitting as a district attorney, over 12,000 cases. This is the 11th RICO indictment. We followed the same process. We look at the facts, we look at the law, and we bring charges.
Have there been conversations about it?
Will you try this case yourself?
Has the jury been cleared?
Get down.
She wants to ask for a trial date for next
Well, it took a real 6 months.
She said she wants to ask for
What? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah.
I hope somebody's taking another shot because I got nothing.
Yeah. I thought those photographers were going to screw me, but they were good. I thought those photographers were going to screw me. Yeah, they were good.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Fulton County government rules, the lights will be off and the air will be off in 10 minutes. So, you ain't got to go home? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.